begin today's lesson by exploring the Dhāraṇī language of Buddhism together. In Buddhist scriptures, the Dhāraṇī language is used to encode crucial information. The Buddhas used this language as a tool to conceal sacred secrets. Therefore, uncovering this language will be the key to mastering the core teachings. It will also illuminate the meanings and hidden secrets embedded in the special terms of the scriptures, things that may have previously seemed vague to us. Please note, this sermon uses some Vietnamese words to help you understand this language better. Before diving into the details, we need to understand the origin of Buddhist scriptures. In heaven, the Supreme God created the scriptures in Vietnamese. When they were brought down to the earthly world, they were translated into Sanskrit, Chinese, and finally, back into Vietnamese. Therefore, Vietnamese is the original language that the Supreme God has used. Hence, to decode the scriptures, we need to translate and preserve the Buddha's teachings in their Vietnamese form to uncover the hidden meanings within. Now, let's try using Vietnamese to explore the hidden meaning within the term Dhāraṇī. In Vietnamese, this term is translated as Dhāraṇī. We will decode each corresponding word to gain a deeper understanding of this term. The word Da represents Cao Dai, a religion originating in Vietnam, because Da is a shortened form of Dai in the Vietnamese name Dao Cao Dai. The word La represents Taoism, Dao Lao, a religion originating in China. La is a shortened form of Lao in the Vietnamese name Dao Lao. The word Ni symbolizes Buddhism of Shakyamuni Buddha. Ni is the hidden part of Mao Ni in the Vietnamese name of Shakyamuni Buddha, Thích Mao Ni. Thus, Dhāraṇī implies that the Buddha and the divine beings encourage sentient beings to master the teachings of the three religions, Cao Dai, Taoism, and Buddhism. The combination of these elements gives Dhāraṇī the meaning of total retention, referring to the comprehensive retention and mastery of the teachings from these three religions, which can then represent all religions in the world. Therefore, to gain a comprehensive and profound understanding of the universe and human life, one should study and synthesize the wisdom from these three religions. Additionally, total retention is rendered into Vietnamese as Tong Tri, in which Tong means to synthesize all, while Tri means to retain. Therefore, Tong Tri means to retain all the information and secrets in the scriptures and to encode them through the Dhāraṇī language. So, what rules does the Dhāraṇī language use to encode the secret information of the Buddhas? Dhāraṇī language. The Dhāraṇī language is the language of the Buddhas, surpassing the logical reasoning of ordinary people. Only the Buddhas can fully comprehend and decode the secret information encoded in this language. To encode secret information, the Buddhas used Vietnamese, along with many other special rules and techniques, to form the Dhāraṇī language. The techniques commonly used in this language include word reversal in Vietnamese, adding or omitting words, altering sounds or diacritical marks, combined with the principles of the I Ching, the Bagua, and music. These techniques are sometimes used independently, but at other times they are combined to encode secret information in terms or esoteric content found within scriptures. Next, we will review a few examples by decoding some special terms often used in scriptures to gain a basic understanding of this language. It should be noted that using the Dhāraṇī language helps us uncover the hidden meanings within these terms, but it does not mean disregarding their basic meanings. We must preserve and respect these fundamental meanings. The first example is decoding the term paramita, which translates to perfection. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through the Bagua, music, and the techniques of adding or omitting words and punctuation in Vietnamese. Paramita is rendered in Vietnamese as ba la mat. Similarly, we will decode each Vietnamese word to uncover the hidden meaning. The word ba means the number 3, corresponding to the Li hexagram, representing fire. The Li hexagram is rendered in Vietnamese as Lai, and by adding a diacritical mark, Lai becomes Li, which is the hidden form of Li tree, reason, symbolizing the light of wisdom. This detail is encoded using the Bagua, along with the method of adding and altering words and diacritical marks. The word La corresponds to the musical note La, the sixth note in the seven-note scale, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. The number 6 is associated with the Kan hexagram, representing water, which reflects our inherent natural instincts. This detail is encoded through the use of music and the Bagua. The word mat is the hidden part of Bi mat, meaning secret, symbolizing a secret kept within the mind or inner self. Thus, paramita is the inner struggle between instinct and reason, which is kept as a secret within. It is important to note that in each Buddhist scripture, paramita carries different meanings depending on the context in which it is used. Next, we will decode the term nirvana, Niết Bàn. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through word reversal and sound transformation in Vietnamese. Nirvana is rendered in Vietnamese as Niết Bàn, and we will decode each word to uncover an important secret that Shakyamuni Buddha has hidden within. The word Niet is a shortened form of Niet Vuoc, which is reversed through wordplay to become Nuc Viet, meaning Vietnam. This detail is encoded using word reversal in Vietnamese. The word ban undergoes a sound transformation into bang, which is the hidden form of Hong Bang. According to legend, Hong Bang refers to the first dynasty of the Hung kings of Vietnam. This detail is encoded through sound transformation. Therefore, the event of the Buddha entering nirvana carries the hidden meaning that he will descend again in Vietnam. Next, we will decode the term sadhu, which translates to well done. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through the techniques of adding, omitting, and altering words, as well as using word reversal in Vietnamese. In Buddhism, the term sadhu is an expression used to show praise and admiration. It means well done, or how wonderful. This is how Buddhas or enlightened masters encourage and commend the rightful or good actions and words of others. Now, we can use the Dhāraṇī language to explain why it holds such meaning. Sadhu is translated into Sino-Vietnamese as Thien Thai. In this term, the word Thien in Vietnamese means lan and tot dep, which translates to good and virtuous. The word Thai is transformed into Te. By changing the T to Thi-ish, Te becomes Thay. Thus, sadhu can be translated as lan Thay, meaning how good or how wonderful, which reflects its usage as a phrase of commendation. Additionally, the phrase Thien Thai contains a hidden secret, which we must decode to uncover the information that the Buddha has concealed. The phrase Thien Thai can be reversed into Tai Thien, meaning by heaven or by the Supreme God. This is because Thien refers to the Supreme God. Thus, the term sadhu, Thien Thai, contains the hidden secret that everything that happens is arranged by the Supreme God. He has preordained everything for us, ensuring that we experience all the necessary lessons in the program to train sentient beings into Buddhas. Next, we will decode the term adbhuta, which means miraculous. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through sound transformations in the Vietnamese language. Adbhuta is translated into Vietnamese as Niem Mao. The word Niem Mao undergoes a sound transformation in Vietnamese into Nuom Mao, which literally means to die with color. Therefore, the term Adbhuta implies that from a space filled only with the invisible Dharma body, Buddha Shakyamuni used his supernatural powers to generate the two forces of yin and yang, followed by the four symbols, to form visible matter. This process is referred to as dyeing with color. Next, we will decode the name of Buddha Amitabha. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through sound transformation and word addition in Vietnamese. Amitabha is rendered in Vietnamese as Adida, in which the word Adi undergoes a sound transformation into Dia, and with the addition of a diacritical mark, it becomes the word Dia. For the word Da, when the sound ng is added, it becomes dang. Thus, Adida is transformed into Diadang, meaning earthly paradise, similar to heaven on earth. Therefore, the name of Buddha Amitabha, Adida, contains the hidden celestial secret that in the future, the earth will become the earthly paradise. There, humanity will live in happiness and love one another. Additionally, within the name of Buddha Amitabha, Adida, lies the secret of his true identity. To uncover this secret, we need to combine it with knowledge from Christianity. Specifically in the Bible, God refers to himself as Alpha and Omega. He says, "I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end." This detail is quoted from the book of Revelation in the Bible. To understand his words, we must recognize that Alpha and Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, symbolizing the beginning and the end. God uses these titles to signify that He is the beginning and the end of everything, all-encompassing and infinite. This is, in fact, a hidden reference to the Buddha training program. He created sentient beings to train them into Buddhas, and will appear at the final stage to resolve the knots for humanity, guiding them back to the realm of infinity, thus successfully concluding the program. Therefore, Buddha Amitabha, pronounced Adida in Vietnamese, is also one of the embodiments of God, as the letter A in the Vietnamese name, Adida, corresponds to Alpha in the Greek alphabet. And now, we will decode the name of the Bodhi tree in Buddhism. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through word reversal and word addition in Vietnamese. Bodhi is rendered in Vietnamese as Bode, in which the word Bode is reversed into Bido. With Bido, by adding the letter N and adjusting the diacritical mark, it becomes Bendo, harbor. Thus, Bode, when decoded, becomes Bendo, meaning harbor, or the final resting place. Therefore, Bodhi, Bode, implies that becoming a Buddha and returning to the realm of infinity is our final resting place. To fully grasp this profound meaning of the Buddha, let us recall the image of the Bodhi tree in Buddhism. Buddha Shakyamuni attained enlightenment and became the Buddha under the Bodhi tree. Since then, the Bodhi tree has become a symbol of enlightenment and awakening. He chose the Bodhi tree because its name carries the meaning of the final harbor. Next, we will decode the title Bodhisattva in Buddhism. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through sound transformation techniques in Vietnamese. Bodhisattva is translated into Vietnamese as Bo Tat. The word Bo Tat is transformed into Boi Tat, in which the word boy is a hidden form of Boi Dung, meaning to nurture or to foster. The word tat is a hidden form of Tat Ka, meaning everything in life. Therefore, the title Bodhisattva implies that a bodhisattva must nurture and foster everything in life. We too must do the same. The journey of becoming a Buddha is the journey of learning and experiencing all aspects of life. Thus, to become a Buddha, we must follow the Bodhisattva path. Next, we will decode the term Shila, which translates to observing the precepts. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through the technique of wordplay in Vietnamese. Shila is rendered in Sino-Vietnamese as Tri Joy. The term Shila means to observe the precepts of Buddhism. When transformed through wordplay, Tri Joy becomes Troi Di, which means that the Supreme God will test the practitioner. Therefore, the term Shila, Tri Joy, implies that when one begins the path of practice, vowing to observe the Buddhist precepts, the practitioner will be tested by the Supreme God to evaluate their progress. Finally, we will decode the title of Buddha Vairocana, Tai Lo Jia Na. He is one of the most important Buddhas in Mahayana Buddhism. This is an example of the Dhāraṇī language, where information is encoded through wordplay and word addition techniques in Vietnamese. Vairocana is rendered in Sino-Vietnamese as Ti Lo Jia Na, in which the word Ti Lo is reversed into Tu Lai and further transformed into Tu Li, implying the forefather of truth. When we apply the word addition technique, Jia Na becomes a hidden form of Giang Nam, meaning descend to Vietnam. Thus, Vairocana, Ti Lo Jia Na, implies that the forefather of truth, that is, Buddha Shakyamuni, will descend to Vietnam. This is a heavenly secret and also the preordained plan of the Supreme God, but it has been encoded and concealed by the enlightened beings through their unique encryption techniques. In conclusion, the Dhāraṇī language is a special information encryption system used to convey secret content that only the Buddhas can understand. This language is a sophisticated combination of word reversal techniques, the addition and removal of words in Vietnamese, along with the use of hexagrams from the I Ching and musical notes to encode information. From this, a complex and profound structure of information encryption is formed, far beyond the understanding and decoding ability of humanity. Please note, only the Buddhas can decode the information they have encrypted. The content decoded in this lesson is the hidden information transmitted by the Buddha through special words. Discovering them will help us understand important information needed on the journey to enlightenment. However, this does not mean denying their basic meanings. You should still respect and preserve the basic meanings that these special words already have.